My name is Kathy Berner. I'm a second-year culinary student with Ivy Tech. I really had no cooking abilities outside of rice-a-roni and defrosting a pizza, and I was a little bored, so I started it more as a hobby than an interest in the culinary field itself. And I kind of looked up cooking schools or cooking classes and came up with Ivy Tech. I actually had not planned to enter the competition, and Chef Bunting kind of guilted me into it because I had not taken classical cuisine, which is teaching you how to do the fancy stuff, and seafood, which teaches you how to break down the fish and cut it up, which you kind of need both. But he said, you can do it. So I got on YouTube, found out how to break down a fish, and the morning of the competition broke down my first fish that I bought at Meijer the night before. Although that fish was about 8 inches long, and the fish I had was about the size of a shark. And so I just kind of, okay, I'll try it, see how it goes, and maybe next year I might have a shot. I had really thought there was no way I was going to win. I actually thought I'll do it this year as practice for next year. Even after my plate was presented, I did not think I had a shot at winning. And so when I stood up there waiting as he went through the names, I just was not expecting my name to be called. And when he looked over at me and said my name, I was in shock, actually. And I looked down at my daughter, and we're both kind of mouth dropped open, and oh my gosh. And my first thought was, I'm going to France. When we were at the Paul Bocuse School, they did a demonstration and taught us, and that's one of the dishes you're having this evening is the vanilla scallop, and it's seared with butter and vanilla bean. It's simple and quick, and I will never eat a scallop without vanilla in it again. It was a couple years ago. My father passed away a couple years ago, and he used to tease me that I was a master of advanced defrosting. And sadly, he wasn't too far off. And I remember leaving the competition saying, Dad, I think I passed defrosting. And so now I can look back and think, maybe I did make the right choice in going through the culinary. I'm never going to be Rachel Ray, but I can be Kathy. And as a single mom, none of these classes would have been possible, and the trip itself would not have been possible had I not received scholarships and financial aid. And this trip is made possible by the generosity of donations received at dinners such as this. And that trip would not have been in my budget ever. And I can't thank the donors enough for making it possible and for being here this evening to make the dream possible for another group of students come next spring.